Howdy, partner. Let's replace your pool salt cell. Starting out, you want to go over to your air valve and open it up to release the pressure. Now, I've had a bunch of different salt cells over the years. They've never lasted more than a couple years. This is a large 35,000 gallon pool. So this is the equivalent of the Hayward T15. I've used a couple different types of off-brand market, and I don't have one that I've been particularly impressed with. They all tend to last a couple years and then burn out. So you can go ahead and unscrew it. Now, the thing is, the Hayward ones are very expensive for the name brand, so I typically get an off-brand. But like I said, I'm still trying to figure out which one's the best. I'll link a couple in the description if you want to check them out, but I'm not sponsored by any company yet. So you can just manually do this with your hands. You should not need a wrench. Unscrew it, and that'll release your salt cell. So if you have not already, you want to come over. You're going to unplug the cord and start organizing that. Okay, you should have a good 15-foot cord. So take out that salt cell, and you can save it for the winter if you wanted to. You could cut the cord or not plug it in and use it to just be a spacer since you don't run in the winter. But either way, usually when these things go bad, it ends up giving a bad reading that tells you it's time to replace it. We have in our video, I'll link at the end, that shows you how to test your salt cell in minutes to make sure it's really bad. But once you're ready for your new one, this one is from Optimum Pool Technology. Pretty neat because it's see-through, so see how long it lasts. You want to get it ready to go. And what I like to do is I like to use this lube tube. It's a pool product that helps to keep your gaskets nice and lubricated. So I use a little bit of that, and it helps to keep from leaking. And I do this on a lot of different pool repairs. If you want to take a close-up of this, you can see you're just going to kind of put it around that. This is still leaking some water out, but it's all good. All right, once that's done, then you're going to put your salt cell back in place. And you're going to hand screw on the fittings. That's pretty neat. I can see the water in there. So I'm going to screw that on. And you get nice and hand tight. And if you want, you can always turn the whole unit. But it should be pretty good. You want to reroute your cord. Make sure to keep the end dry. If you like, you can turn this off while you're working, or you can leave the power on. It's up to you. Make sure, like I said, that's dry. You're going to plug it in. Okay. And what we're going to do is we will check out the diagnostics. But right now, I want to turn the water back on. Okay, so we check down here. See the water running through. You want to check and make sure that's not dripping at all, which it appears to be really well sealed. I don't think it's leaking. And then let me go over and see if it is how the diagnostics are going. Okay, so now we are going through diagnostic, and we just turned on the salt cell. It's checking to see the level of salt and then seeing if it's going to be working. So let's turn on super chlorinate and then go take a look. Okay, I just went over to the pool and I tested it with my secret test, and it did show that this is making some chlorine. Everything is reading well on the computer, so hopefully this is helpful. It's really easy to do. Again, you know, hopefully you get a few years out of your salt cell. I'm testing all different generics to find one that's really works good, and I'll recommend that one. But like I said, I'll put all these items I'm using in the description anyway. So appreciate you watching. Be sure to tune in for more great home how-to, as well as a bunch of pool how-to videos. And remember, all these projects, if I can do it, you can too. Thanks for watching.